Alrighty, good morning everyone. Hope we're doing okay this morning. Getting a little bit more two-way action finally after a week and a half of vertical move. A few different options to trade yesterday. Hope everyone was able to catch something there. And then obviously the big one was right after market close, of course. Um, Taco Tuesday becoming almost as regular a thing as the Sunday gap down. Um, Anyway, I wasn't able to catch that one after the close yesterday. It kind of happened in an instant, and I wasn't quick enough. Wasn't really looking at it either, to be honest. Right after the bell, um, but it was there. Were you able to catch that one, Mike?
Oh, say kind of same thing as you. I already ended up having three trades on the session yesterday. So I was kind of at that point towards the close a bit checked out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was just watching at that point. I just had an alert for 70.85. Since that was the main, setup I was still watching. I wasn't really paying much mind to 97 just yet. And then obviously it kind of triggered, and then in just a few minutes we were kind of already had seen it play out. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm flat as well with you.
This has been happening a lot recently, hasn't it? Either back testing a level literally to the tick, or maybe getting the micro one tick flush, um, and then rip, and then you've just got to trade the next level above it. Um, Yeah, so for me, I'm flat as well this morning. Trade plan is kind of no real change there. A little bit of perhaps new structure here at 71.30.
So I was gonna mention that to you as well, so I know Adam hasn't mentioned that this morning at
Yeah,
all, but it is kind of like the two overnight low shelf there at 71.30. That to me does seem like obviously a lower quality, but nonetheless, it does seem like a failed breakdown opportunity.
yeah. I've been making a habit recently of missing the good ones and trading the lower quality ones. But follow the process. You know, trouble I find for those is holding on to the runner or kind of extending to a decent target above. But we've looked above kind of the overnight highs just in the pre-market and have failed. So maybe we'll see if we get a little bit of a deeper sell here. But I think his first level, didn't you just mention it in the chat? 71.20. He's called out in his tweets this morning.
He has 71.20, which obviously was the big level from yesterday, and it still is his major horizontal support level. So I understand that with it would be a nice little kind of level reclaim slash hybrid of failed breakdown. There is a low there from yesterday evening, around 71.20. I'm just a little curious why he didn't say anything about 71.30, because that to me does seem like a two touch shelf there that I think would be valid. Again, obviously the issue is, like, for one, it's just in the middle of the range, and the second thing being it's not too much off the highs.
Mm-hmm.
So those are definitely potential issues with it, but I do think that is a valid option to watch if you're looking for a lower quality entry.
Yeah, I mean your point there about it being in the middle of the range is yeah, a good one. It's almost like the exact midpoint. Just eyeballing it here, isn't it? If we take our range as roughly 70.85 to 71.85, rough numbers, yeah, that puts us right around 71.30 as the exact midpoint. So yeah, always tricky taking a lower quality failed breakdown, which is barely a significant low, but I think it just does just about meet criteria there. 215 plus point bounces on that one. Got the magnet on. So yeah, let's watch for that. Pushing a little bit higher here right now. This 71.47 was the reclaim on strength level. Excuse me. Um, didn't play out quickly this morning for 10 points. I won't personally be engaging in this one right here. but we may recover that off the open.
Yeah, you can tell how this one is a bit more advanced just because of how much extensive acceptance we've already had there and still haven't really been able to clear it too cleanly just yet.
Hmm. Yeah, if you caught that first push through, it was pretty nice with 1, 2, 3 nice dips of acceptance off it, and then the high momentum push. But you had to be
Hmm.
in pretty tight to the level when it first popped through, and now it's just now I'd say it's even more complex than it was. Um, so yeah, for me, if you're watching 7130, 7120, I'm probably less interested in. Big one I'd really like to see, obviously, is a 7085. But we'd need a decent sell to get down to there. Definitely be getting a bit more aggressive down at the bottom of the trading range, the 100-point range that I mentioned just a second ago. So yeah, that's pretty clear. Obviously, we had 7097 from the newsletter. That one kind of played out already. I personally won't be looking to engage in that one. That was the one that played out right off the open. So if you should have been able to identify that on our own anyway, but it was in the newsletter for anyone who was reading that just before the closing bell. Alrighty, I'm just zooming out. 7058 beneath there. Some lows from last Thursday. But as always, let's just wait for that deep scary flush to trigger. We are getting a bit more, say, two-way action here, so a few more opportunities coming around. Sounds like you got your trade count back up after anemic last week. I only had
Already at 4 on the week, so I've already
quadruple.
4x last week.
Good stuff. Cool. All right, guys, that's all I've got. Anything to add in closing, Mike?
No, I mean, I think that's it. Like I said, 7130, I think both of us think that's valid. It's just, lower quality, higher risk, even though Adam hasn't identified it. 7120 is there as well, and then below that, 7085. So those are kind of the three spots to watch on the day.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a plan. Okay, guys, we'll catch you all in the chat. Be safe out there, and see you next time.